Good morning, everyone. It's me, it's MJ. I'm at work, as you can see by the surroundings. You knew that, huh? So, anyway, I've been trying to get a video out. I've already gone through as of this morning. This is Thursday morning, the 21st, I believe. And I've already gone through all of those that I had made up. And I need to tell you guys some stuff, and I need to get dressed. Well, I'm trying to do a full face of makeup in my truck today. Why a full face of makeup, MJ? Well, I'm going to try to get my Temu haul done. This will be my Tuesday video, so I'm going to try to get my Temu haul done today. When I get home, I'll already have this done. But I got here about 3 o'clock this morning, and it's now 7:30. So just had my sample pulled. I've got weed on today. I just had my sample pulled, and now I have to wait for the test. So I thought that would give us a good second to go ahead and get started. So to get started, I'm going to say hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on and deciding to watch a little bit. If you're new, and I have a handful of new subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And as usual, to all my faithfuls, hey guys, what's up? How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a good start to your week. The past couple of weeks have been pretty good, I gotta say. So, I am hoping that I don't have a crazy line because I'm using a new foundation that is darker because of the tan. I was using my favorite that I had gotten from Temu, but after tanning for a little while, it has gotten way too light. So I'm using this one. It's by L'Oreal True Match Nude. So I'm using this one, but it is way darker, and so I'm trying to make sure I had it blended really good here. My granny, bless her, she's gone now. I really wish she was still here, but I don't know what it was. Her foundation was always orange, and it was a perfect line just around her face. She never ever smoothed that out, but I guess so some of the things she gets to look back on and giggle about. So before I forget, y'all, I already told y'all I was going to be behind on getting the drawings, the winners, and all of that put up because of work and everything else that's going on. I do have my first two winners picked. Well, actually, I have them picked and already put up. So keep an eye on my post section. That is where you're going to find all the winners and everything. It's easier for me, even when I'm out here on the road or something, it's just easier for me to do the 2 screenshots of the random picker winners and then let you guys know from there. So the first 2 are up there, Miriam and Jacqueline, I believe. I'm not sure, Jacqueline. I don't remember right off the top of my head. But go over there and check it out. If you are the first 2 winners, please go to my email and send me your address so I can get those to you. I have 2 more picked for the next winners, the next round of winners, and these are for the thank you gifts. So go over there, check those out. Later today, I will be posting the other 2 winners. I will get everything in the mail as soon as I get a chance. I promise, guys. I'm trying to decide what I want to wear today. I'm going to wear some pink since I've got on pink. I think I'll wear pink and purple. But go over there and check it out. Leave me your address, please, so we can go ahead and get these sent out. I know you're curious, too. Why in the world did I change my beautiful green chest of drawers that I had in my living room that I just redid not too long ago? Well, let me tell you. It was not something I wanted to do or had planned on doing, but Temu kind of made that decision for me. Now, I was in the market. Okay, let's start here. So, when Chica and I came home from Idaho, when I decided to move back to Georgia from Idaho, it was not under the best circumstances, and I, once again, in my many years here on the planet, was starting over again. I literally packed up my car. I had a carrier on the roof and packed up my car as much as I could put in it. I left Chica enough wiggle room over in the seat and the floorboard so she could actually get up and stretch her legs. You know, they're like traveling with children. And I left everything behind. So when I came home, I literally was starting from scratch. Well, when you do that, it is so expensive because I wanted to put a house together. And it was so expensive that I did a lot of just what I would call cheaper furniture. Like, for instance, what I was using as my coffee bar was just one of those metal little tables. At the other house, my first house that I rented when I got here, it was actually the entryway, the sofa table behind my sofa. I had to hang this here because the sun is coming up and it's really bright. You couldn't even see. Of course, I'm using my Chromebook. But, and it just has the fabric drawers, you know, nothing fancy. And it was just the dark wood. So I am slowly but surely trying to replace some of these pieces of furniture with heavy duty real furniture. So I got on Temu and I was looking around for a kitchen hutch. Not necessarily with the hutch on the back of it too, but was looking around to do a bigger piece of furniture because that little table was a little shorter than I wanted and not near as wide, and the storage space was like none. It had the 3 little fabric drawers and then a couple of shelves, but that was about it. And you can't just store anything on your shelves because it just doesn't look real cute. So I was on Temu and I was looking at their hutches. And I found a beautiful one, y'all. And it was on sale for $87. $87. I mean, the cheapest you're going to find one is $150. So I pull out my tape measure. I learned from the very beginning, starting with pocketbooks, when I started buying all my purses and stuff, I learned right then to pull out your tape measure and physically see how big is 11 inches, how big is 46 inches, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I looked at the description. I flipped over to the picture that had the measurements on it. And then I went down into the description to read the reviews. It was going to be a perfect fit because, you know, you only have so much wall space. And I do not have a huge kitchen. I have a pretty open floor plan, but it's not a huge space, especially when you start putting big chunks of furniture in it. So anyway, I get out my trusty old measuring tape and I start measuring. And it was going to fit perfect. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot pass this up. I really wasn't even ready to buy one. But at $87, you just don't pass some things up. So I went back again and I measured again according to its measurements. And it was perfect. It was just perfect. And I was extremely excited. So, you know, when you go in and you got something on the way, I was like, okay, let me check those. Yeah. Let me check those reviews. I wasn't looking at the measurements because I had already done that several times. Y'all excuse me, I'm back and forth. This is my little Temu makeup bag. This is a pretty good size one. I was able to throw all my extra stuff down in there. Foundation and primer. Is it primer? Primer and all that good stuff. Anyway, so I go back in and I want to read the description one more, or not the description, but the reviews one more time. Hair. I get hair all over me. So I go back in to read the descriptions under the product that I purchased. Y'all, None of the descriptions were the same. And I'm like, what? This isn't what they said yesterday. So I'm like, why are they saying this? So I go back in and I to the same picture. You know, you've got it in your cart. You touch that picture, it takes you back to what you bought. So then I scroll back up and I start looking through the measurements. Y'all, everything was changed. The product was changed. The reviews were changed. Nothing was the same. It was a TV stand. It was a little short TV stand. And so when I go back in there, it had already shipped. Well, I'm not going to return anything, especially a huge piece of furniture. The thing weighed 85 pounds. How am I supposed to put that back in my car, take it to the UPS place, and when do I have time? So it's like, okay, what do I do? What am I going to do? So the only thing I could come up with was to repaint the dresser, which I painted white with black hardware, put it in my kitchen for my coffee bar. I'm just going in with some purple now. Put it in the kitchen for my coffee bar, and then put my brand new TV stand under my TV. So that's why you saw, oh my gosh, this girl is painting it again. I like to change things, but not to that degree. I was really happy with that piece of furniture there. So anyway, it worked out. The dresser is absolutely beautiful where it is. I'm loving it as a coffee bar. And the TV stand is really cute. And for $87 too. It's the kind that has the sliding barn doors on it. So yeah, it's really cute. And again, for $87, you couldn't even get a TV stand for that price. It wasn't really hard to put together either, y'all. I did it in an hour and a half. And that was me tired and cramping. Okay, don't laugh while you're trying to do your eyes. So that's why the change there. Now, I have been looking on Temu for fall flowers and stuff, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch. I mean, it's kind of a repeat of the same kind of flower, but I will keep looking. I've got some clothes. I'm trying my hand at some clothes one more time. Getting some winter stuff together. Kind of refreshing the winter outfits. And just smoothing out that line right there. As much as you can smooth it out when you've got a road map on each side of your eyeballs. It's okay. I hope the motor isn't too loud. I didn't even do like a little test run to see if it was going to be too loud. All right, let's get some up under the eyeball here. It seemed like there was 1,001 different things I wanted to tell you guys. So I said the winner. And as soon as I finish this, I'll get my phone out and I will announce the next two winners. Cornbread and I are doing wonderful. Just thought I'd give you an update there. But we are doing really good. Last weekend we didn't do anything. He actually sat there and watched me paint, and then he and Chica, we went and we all grabbed some lunch because I'm trying to get Cotton used to being in a car and traveling a little bit. So I told him, I said, we're going to have to, you know, anytime we're doing anything pretty close to the house, in case it gets to be a little too overwhelming for her, we need to throw her in the car and take her, let her get used to riding. And she did pretty good. We took both the girls and got us some lunch and then went back to the house. Had lunch, and of course Mom's got a little saucer plate because when I'm at home by myself, I just eat at the coffee table. So it's mom take a bite, mom feed the girls a bite, mom take a bite, mom feed the girls a bite. This is why they're big. They don't get everything. They get meats that aren't fried, and they get a few vegetables, anything with cheese. They do get a bite of mac and cheese. They love it. But this is why they're so chunky butt. So anyway, we were at the kitchen table when he's there. Like, what is that? Did y'all see that? But I don't know what that was. I hope it ain't a big old bug flying around. So anyway, we're eating at the kitchen table. And Chica, she just gets down underneath your feet and she'll lay there. You have to tell her you need to lay down and quit begging. But she'll lay there and she'll be a good girl. And Cotton, she can't get off the sofa. So I have something on my shirt right there. And I'm not sure what it is. But she can't get off the sofa, so she was just stuck. Well, I'm not going to feed Chica and Cotton not be able to get any. So I have a little saucer. And I'm cutting up some pork chop, and I'm cutting up a French fry, and, you know, making a little plate there. And he's watching me. Cornbread's watching me. He don't say nothing. We finish eating, and I take the little plate, and I go sit on the sofa. Well, Chica gets on my left. Cotton snuggles up over on my right. They know what time it is. So he just sits in the chair. He just sits in. Boy, my teeth are white with this darker. I just looked there and I'm like, dang, they're white. Okay, the lighting's off, y'all. But, so he just sits in the chair, you know. And I start feeding the girls. And he just starts shaking his head. He's like, you know what? You got them girls rotten. He's always telling me how spoiled they are. Especially Chica. She kept dancing around and dancing around his lap. I'm like, okay, look. She wants you to give her a hug, like a squeezy hug. Because she was just all right here. And he's not listening to what she's trying to say. So I said, she just wants you to. He said, really? I said, yeah, give her like a person hug. So he throws his arms around her. She just lays her head down. And he said, whatever. I can't believe this. She's rotten. She's absolutely rotten. I'm like, yeah, she is a little bit. But that's okay. I wish every little dog was treated that way. Every big dog, too. I think every dog should be treated exactly that way. Excuse me. When I'm at home with all the conveniences, I use my hand. I'm on this truck being an old yucky truck driver, and I grab a tissue. Anyways. So, I was trying to get a couple of videos done ahead of time so that I don't know what we're going to do Saturday. He says it's up to me, so who knows? He said, you're probably going to be painting something. I said, no, I don't have nothing to paint right now. Ooh. Thank you, Nancy, for the postcard. Y'all wait till you see the postcard Nancy sent me. She went to Dominican Republic, if I'm saying that right. She went there. She has family there. I think her son is there. Or I'm not sure. I'm going to say it all wrong. But she sent me the coolest 3D, I think you call them 3D, where you kind of go like this and it looks, you know, three-dimensional. The coolest little postcard. But on that note, I have gotten in my paper and all of my postcards that I think I'm going to get. I'm going to go ahead and do the picture frame with all my keepsake postcards from you guys. So I've got all that ready to do. That'll be a Tuesday video. I also ended up, y'all, I don't fall for a lot of like the advertisements you see on TV. Libby C, if you aren't watching Libby, go over there and check Libby out. You'll love her channel. She's doing some home hauls right now, a home refresh. I think it's in 3 or 4 different parts. So she's hauling some really cool stuff. So if you're not watching Libby C, go over there and check her out. I want to do a few more shout outs before I leave for the day, but she showed something for Read Your Heart, and I did end up getting one of those, and I wear it religiously. It's this little ring right here. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see it in this light, but it's that little ring there. I never take it off. So I fell for that one, but not because of a commercial, but because of Libby. And I'm always, if you have, I'm not going to say the name because they're not sponsoring this. Read Your Heart didn't sponsor one either, but they're worth going to check out. Anyway, if you've ever checked out shapewear, you probably have this one particular brand blowing up your screen. And their biggest thing that makes them different than most of the ones I see, they got a zipper in the crotch. We'll talk about that later. They're $70 a piece. Y'all, I normally pay anywhere from $13 to $20. So this has taken me months and months and months to decide, do I want to do that? I couldn't make up my mind. Well, I finally did it. I've taken it out of its bag and looked at it, but I have not even tried it on because that's something I want to do in front of you guys to see. Because something I caught on to is as I'm watching them, some of the girls just do it right away. But those girls are the ones who, in my opinion, don't need shapewear to begin with. And other girls were putting it on, and then before they would make a complete circle, like when you would see them sideways, they would stop the film and then start it back once they were facing you. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Is it not actually doing anything for the tummy? So I did it. I got some of their shapewear. And if it's good, when I do that video, if it is good and you want to know what brand it is, I will let you know in the comments, but I am not going to shout them out because, like I said, first of all, there's a gajillion of those little advertisements out there from other galleys that are being sponsored, and they're not sponsoring mine. I'm not going to be a free advertisement, but that is the one that I fell for. So we are going to try that together. And we're going to see. And y'all know I don't know how to edit, so what you see is going to be what really happened. You know? Anyway, what else was there? This is going to be one of my quick little Tuesday videos. What else is there? So I think I started this and never finished. So, last night I was talking to Cornbread. He calls me every night before bed, or actually I call him and let him know when I'm getting ready for bed so that he can get to a stopping point at his other job, and because he works 2 full-time jobs. So at his other job, that way he says a prayer for us every single night. So before I call it a night, we get on the phone and he says a prayer over both of us. Absolutely love that. I love that. And that's like a sealer for me. The deal done. We're there. So yesterday, during one of our regular conversations, it may have been last night before I went to sleep, but we were talking about my videos and stuff. He's very supportive of my YouTube thing. Hold on, y'all. Can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. But he is very supportive of my little YouTube journey here. And he knows that I'm, even though I'm in the process of paying off credit cards and stuff, I'm still shopping as I can afford to shop for my channel. And we also know that it has to be something I can use. So I asked him last night or yesterday, I said, so how do you feel about being on YouTube? Because, eventually it's going to happen, right? He said, I don't care. I don't care. Don't bother me at all. Just whatever you're doing, wherever you are, that's where I want to be. That'll make you feel good. And not in the creeper mode kind of way. Some guys are like that, and they're creepy about it. So I said, oh, you should have never said that. Now I have a reason to buy stuff off of Temu that's for men. So I said, you're going to have to model clothes. I know y'all want to meet him. I don't know when that's going to happen. I haven't made that order yet. Will you meet him before then? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But he's such a good sport about stuff. You know, a lot of men are like, I'm not wearing that and I won't do that. And yeah, he's a good sport about that stuff. But he is older. Not a lot older. Let's see. I'll be 52 in December, and he will be 60 in February. So he's already where I am, or where I'm just getting, that age where you just really don't care what other people think. It's what makes you happy as long as you're not hurting anybody. So he'll wear matching outfits with me and all that good stuff. It's fun. I've never had that. And not care at all. Getting there. I've still got to do a little bit of blush on my lips and take off the shiny powder. But I'm having to watch because it only usually takes about, I don't know, this place takes a long time. So maybe about 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes to run that test, which it shouldn't take that long. But it does. And then we have to leave this lot, drive down the street, and that's where we unload if our samples pass the test. I know this looks like a get ready with me, but it wasn't. This is a less chit chat while I get ready. I got a plan. We're going to see if my plan works. Okay, so there's the eyes. All right, now I want to try this blush. What did I do with it? This is a blush that I had gotten off of Temu. And I want to try this one. And then, where's my powder? I bought this big old makeup bag to hold everything, and now there's so much in here I can't find it. Okay, and then we will do, I brought a lip liner and a lipstick. So I don't know if I will wear those, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I want to make sure this is sitting up. Oh, I did bring, I didn't think I brought this, but I did. Yay, my setting spray. Or what's it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Is it a setting spray? Or is that for your hair? What is this called? Setting spray. Don't look at the bottle because that would be dumb. Okay, so this is that brand. I ain't even going to try to pronounce some of this stuff. It's a real pretty case. As you can see, there's fingerprints all over it. It's a rose gold. And I need to glue that back down in there. A real pretty pink. So let's see if it's too bright. But even if it is a little bright, I've still got my powder I'm going to put on. So that should tone it down. All right. So what else is there? The girls are good. Of course they're good. This is very shimmery. So it's not real dark. It is a very light pink. It's almost like a highlighter. It's really pretty. Okay. You guys probably can't see that well because of the lighting. Now, I wasn't able to bring all my daggum brushes. So, just trying to knock some of that shine off. Why am I doing that? Because I'm getting in my wrinkles. That way if I smile, I ain't got a white line where I missed. It didn't get any foundation. Y'all, I literally will lay in the tanning bed like that. I'll lay here for a minute, and then I'm like, ooh, your wrinkles. But it's true. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay. Let's draw some fat lips on this face. And then I think I'm done. So if I'm not mistaken, this is one that Jen sent me, I believe. I think this is one that she sent me. I'm not sure. I can't remember, y'all. And I may just do a lip liner and some lip gloss. Hold on. I think that's a little too bright. If my eyes are really done up and bright, I don't want my lips to be bright. If my eyes are more of a neutral color or whatever, then I like my lips to. Okay. I think I'm almost through, y'all. How long is this? 33 minutes? They should be getting about done. Pull our samples up. Okay. I got my face on. Lips are still bright. Can you guys see? All right. Okay. I look extremely done up to be on this truck. But I have a mission. I'll just throw my sunglasses on and then they can't see the whole face. I don't ever wear, hardly ever do I wear this kind of makeup at work. But I had a plan, so we'll see if that plan works out. And I have decided my big totes work better than a purse all day long because I put so much stuff in my purse in the morning. It's like, okay, I need this, I need that. And then my Chromebook fit down in here perfectly with my 4 extra pounds of makeup. So this is my favorite Coach bag. So I definitely want to get more totes. It just worked better. Anyway, so guys, I can't think that there's anything else that I need to tell you until I get off here. And then I'll be like, oh yeah. So I don't know why I'm looking in there because it's not working, but yeah, I forgot to put more stuff up. So I think that's all. Anyway, so I'm going to get off here because now I'm just going to ramble because I don't have anything else to say that I can think of. So be sure to go check out the post. That's where you guys are going to be listed for winners. And get a hold of me when you see your name in there because I have 2 more. I've already took the screenshot. I have 2 more. So go over there, check out the post, keep an eye on it. Because I'm not necessarily going to announce because I screwed up, y'all. So I'm not really going to announce, you know, when we have a drawing or whatever. I made all of those videos, which took me to almost the very end of August. It got me all the way up till today. Oh, crap. How much makeup did I just break? Anyway, it brought me all the way up till today. And while I was in the process of doing all of those videos, I completely forgot that we were doing the giveaways and I needed to be incorporating those in every video. So that's why I am having to do just a random, no particular kind of comment. The first one, of course, we used Chica because it was her birthday. I think the second one, I picked like the word video or something because so many people will say, great video, liked your video, whatever. The next one, I'm just going to do completely random. I'm not going to put any kind of keyword or anything in there. Blah, 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 blah. And they're nothing fancy, guys. It's just a fun little bag to go through. I literally don't even have stuff for the next 2. So I've got the winners. I'm going to go shopping and find you girls something to put in there. It was 2 girls. The first 2 bags are completely full. They're ready to go. Get a hold of me, Miriam, and let's see. Let's see if I can. Let me just go ahead and find these. Let me get on down here to my photos. Okay, so, oh yeah, okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me go over here and look at post first. Every time I do makeup and start messing around my face, my nose starts running. Have I been recording sound? Okay. So, my first 2 winners are Miriam 23774. And then the next one was Jacqueline. I don't know. Make sure you're in the U.S., okay? All of these are for people in the U.S. right now. When we reach 3,000, that one is going to be an international prize. So, I'm sorry, honey, I cannot pronounce your last name. So, Jacqueline, go check out my... And I'm thinking that might be a repeat. So, I'm thinking I might have to choose again for the second one because I think Jacqueline was the winner on the second one too. Let's go see. Yes, it picked her name again. So I'm going to have to draw one more time for that one because I don't want double winners. But Darla Weatherspoon 9931, you are one of the winners in the second giveaway for the month of August, celebrating my 1-year anniversary. I will have to choose again because for some reason it picked up Darla or Jacqueline again. So just double check. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Okay, here they all are. Here's all 4 of them right here. So this next winner, I was like, I don't remember it doing that. So the next one is Nikki Prisco. Is that how you say it? 9621. So Darla and Nikki, you are the winners of the second round. So I said this was going to be a short Tuesday video. It's almost an hour. I should be getting a signal saying whether you can go unload or get on out of here. Your stuff ain't good enough for us to take. Anyway, I love you guys. And I thank you so much for joining me. Here in my truck, hanging out, putting on my face, talking a bunch of garb. I think I got caught up though. I think I had told you guys everything I wanted to tell you guys. So anyway, I love you. I appreciate so much you guys supporting me. All you new subscribers, it's fun over here. I hope you enjoy hanging out with us and get to know some of the other women in the comments. They're awesome. Anyway, I got to get out of here. So I love you. Be safe. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. God bless. And until the next one, mwah. Bye, guys.